we're live. There we go. All right. Let's wait for a message in the chat just to make sure that my audio is indeed working. Color Me Bright is already in the chat, as well as Gavin S. and Nicholas Ridiculous. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys can all hear me, first of all. Matt's Trains is also watching. Welcome. And Owen. Awesome. My audio is confirmed. That's great. All right. So you can probably read titles. Oh, wow. I turned away and there's like 6 new chat messages. Louis, hello. Am I gonna put Powered Up in my trains now? Probably not any of my upcoming ones, but we'll see. I might do it as a challenge to myself. Reading G3, hello. Sounds like an old cell phone. I'm sorry. I thought my microphone was gonna be better than that. I should have. I've got my audio. Excuse me. I've got my audio open here, and the only thing enabled is my headset. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I think everything's working. It should be picking up my my headset microphone. So, you know, this is kind of what we have to work with at the moment. So, I would like to get better equipment at some point, but you know, for now, this is what we have. All right, so a little bit of backstory, I guess. So we did, Kale and I guess, is we made this here S16. Well, that went well. This here S160 locomotive for Brickmania. It's now a kit. They're gone. They made the second batch of them. They went on sale Tuesday, I think. Like between like Monday night into Tuesday, they went on sale and they were gone by like 11:30 a.m. my time on Tuesday. It was ridiculous. But I think they're gonna make more. Owen's building his second BMR boxcar. That's fantastic. So yeah, we made this S160. This is all good. I'm gonna be doing this tomorrow on stream, same time, same place. Glen Holland Streamline Bricks, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Basically, right now, 24 hours from now. Gonna be building this bad boy. Tonight, though, we're gonna be doing in not this order, or in reverse order, I guess. Well, in this order, I'm going to build the tank first. This is an M4A1 Sherman tank. This is a 148 scale Sherman tank from Brickmania. This is a Dan Siskin design. They usually model in 135 as opposed to like 140, between 145 and 148. It's open-ended, which is closer to what, you know, the train guys who model 8 studs wide. Anyways, that's what we model. That's generally the scale that we go for. It's about 146. So this was made to match our trains. So I got one of these, and I got the 40-foot USATC flat car. This is actually a shortened version of the BMR 53-foot flat car. They reproduced it with permission. This uses our ball bearing wheel sets, as does the S160 actually. So there's BMR parts in here, which is actually pretty sweet. Do I have kits for the Blue Comet train? No, I do not. That's a one-off custom, and if we did sell kits for it, it would be thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not convinced. I'm not sure Kale is going to want to do that. I mean, he might get a commission for him, but yeah, the S160s are going like hotcakes these days. So yeah, we're gonna do the Sherman first, and then I'm gonna build the flat car to put under it, and then, like I said, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time on my channel, I'm gonna build my S160. Both of these are still sealed in plastic as I got them shipped to my door from Brickmania, but let's go for it now. So this is actually the second, I guess, Brickmania kit that I have. The first is the World War II Jeep, which I have. Pardon my reach. This is their Jeep quarter-ton truck 4x4. It's basically the Willys Jeep. This is a fantastic model. I love it. This is their 135 scale, one of their 135 scale kits. So I bought this just as an impulse buy when I was out in Chicago in December. And I've also got my bulkhead flat car here just because. Why are the S160s so expensive? Is because it's a value add thing. It's a custom kit. Brickmania has to pay their employees, and honestly, the value is there. It is like it's just what they do. Oh yeah, I can probably explain that better. um, Brickmania takes, repurposed Lego parts that people part out from other sets, so they have to, get those parts. And, honestly, I've actually been talking with a good friend of mine who's actually done the math between what you get from Brickmania and then parting one out on Bricklink, or like using a parts list on Bricklink. They're really not all that bad by comparison. And plus you get a lot of cool stuff with Brickmania. It's a legitimate, custom kit. There's printing, there's custom printing, there's custom stickers, all the stuff like that. It's there. I understand it's not for everyone. It's certainly one of those, hobby specific things, but I definitely get it, obviously. So crack this thing open and have at it. They've got the 2 stud track links, I think. Anyone listen to Modeler's Life with Kayla? Yeah, I listened to that earlier this week. That was really fun to listen to. I really enjoyed that. I wish I could have done it too. Let's see. Thought about building the G Pacifics and let LDD. Yeah, LDD doesn't usually take that much memory or whatever to run, but I can understand that. I have I guess it's like a 5-year-old laptop now, and no, 4-year-old laptop now. Well, 4.5. Mine still works perfectly fine. So, and like I said, yeah, this is actually the first Brickmania or the second Brickmania kit that I have. I do have their mall cop figure, but I think they technically classify that as a kit because it comes with a Segway. But I'm just gonna call it a minifigure. Have I considered making the Union Pacific Big Boy? I might at some point. I actually did make one at several years ago, but it was not to be. Beyond the point. Big boys are overrated, but I'm sure at some point, I will definitely consider it. Chromebook, yes. I have found that LDD does run a lot better with a Windows PC. So I should also mention this is just going to be a really chill live stream both today and tomorrow. So I'm happy to answer your guys' questions. Hang out. You know, other than me building the Flatcar and the Sherman tonight, and then my S160 tomorrow, there's not much of a plan here. So, do I get a lot of my train wheels from Big Burn Bricks? Yes, I do. Where applicable, I do. Some of them require the 3D printed wheels for different sizes and different details to be added on. But yes, I often get parts from Big Ben, and I am always satisfied. Ben did indeed do it first, so major respect for him. I'm kind of having to turn my head. The instruction book, I'm going to have to bend it a little bit better so it sits flat. There we go. I've never built a tank before, so this is going to be interesting. Should rebuild the big boy for the 2019 ceremony. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I get it, but I don't have the time to build a big boy right now. I would love to. I think it would be really cool, but it's not going to happen. Tell you that right now. There we go. Do I have all the creator modular buildings? I have the first 5. I stopped getting a lot of buildings after that. Wanted to focus on other things, so I did. Ah, in the other bag, of course, with a bunch of smaller parts here and and such. Gonna build the Jupiter. That'd be cool. Robert Jr. is in the chat. Thank you for watching. Well, I've just got Windows notifications which cover up my stream and my chat. So oh well. Jupiter and 119. They are smaller. I'll give you that, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're easier, especially with engines of that time period. There's in my scale, the scale that I choose to model in, rather, there is not a lot to an engine like that. I would like to build an engine like that at some point, though. Definitely, it's definitely on my list. Just no idea when for now. I'm gonna actually tilt this up slightly so I can, don't have to bend down so much. There we go. Okay, where was I? Right there. Okay, of course. It's a lot of firsts for me. Second Brickmania kit, first tank. Second flat car, actually. I've got my cotton belt flat car sitting in the my storage bin right now. Also, by the way, hopefully I don't bore you guys to death, because sometimes it kind of can get a little bit monotonous building sometimes. So did I take apart old 97? Of course not. It's sitting in a storage bin right now, back in my hallway back there. Just because I don't have any better place for it at the moment. But of course, I'm never taking that engine apart. That's my first locomotive that I ever built that worked properly. So I am gonna keep that one forever. It is archived. I am making absolutely no changes to it from now on. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way the T1 looks and works as well. That's Kale and I tried really hard on that, and it turned out really well. We're both extremely happy with it. Yes, Owen. As far as I know, I haven't even looked into it yet, but so much going on here that I just, such foreign concepts to me, just because I don't build, like, almost never build anything other than trains. The flat car, went for $170. Let's see. Sometimes my brain plays tricks on me and I can't find the part that I'm looking at when it's right in front of me. There it is. Yeah, Lego trains are expensive. It's that's just the fact of the matter. Just the way it is, and I can't. There it is. Goodness gracious, I'm losing my mind. Let's see. So I make my trains 8 studs wide instead of Lego City scale 6 studs wide. Yes, correct. Generally 8 studs, well, 8 studs wide for passenger cars and freight cars. Any rolling stock I will make 8 wide. Locomotives tend to be bigger. Steam locomotives especially. For example, well, it's not a good example. My Crusader is 9 wide because if you consider an 8 wide locomotive with a half a stud of streamlining on it, kind of makes sense. Um, it also helps do a little bit extra detail, and also like stuff like the cabs of locomotives will usually oversize by about a stud in the width, anyways. Generally attains a little bit better of a look to it. Most like our T1 has a 9 stud wide cab, and it even has a 9 stud wide tender as well. So, but you don't have to abide by that rule or any rules. It's all about what you want to get out of the hobby. So why you don't have to listen to me. Good news. I don't have to listen to me if I don't want to. Scale is funny. Everybody builds differently. That's too right. It's actually really funny. Talking about scale, John Neal of TCLTC just posted on uh, Facebook earlier, and I'm probably got a bunch more notifications now because I'm following the thread. But he posted my Missouri Pacific wide vision caboose. He scaled that up to 10 wide. Um, and everything. So it was kind of interesting to see. He did a really nice job with it. Um, he was really happy with he told me he was really happy with the details that I put in mine, and he included a lot of the same techniques that I did on his 10 wide model, which was really nice to hear. Favorite railroad? Oh goodness, that's a hard one. There's so many good railroads. Obviously I'm a Pennsylvania fan, obviously a Reading fan for that matter, of course. You know, they're all pretty awesome. Guys, if you don't already know, Owen here actually has been building some really solid European stuff recently. I've been enjoying his progress with all of that. Have ever rode a bullet train in Europe? No, I've never been to Europe. uh, Bricks to click. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, I've never been to Europe, so that's a hard no from me. I'd like to go to Europe. That'd be really fun. A lot of a nice change in scenery. It's really cold in western Pennsylvania right now. I did not use the biggest drivers for my Crusader. I actually built my Crusader about a year and a half before XXL drivers existed. So I only have XL in those. But my Crusader is actually, I have a list on my desk right here of things that I need to rebuild. The Crusader is on that list. And I will be using the double XL size wheels when I do. Um, as well as a lot of other uh, uh, changes in detailing, such as the curvature of the boiler. That is a big thing for me, and the roof, the curve of the cab roof too. I got both of those things wrong on my original model, and I'm smarter now, and I know I have techniques that I can use to fix both of those things now, and I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. My Crusader, I still love my Crusader. Don't get me wrong, but it's gotten to the point where I want to build a new version of it, but it's even still in the grand scheme of things, it's a little bit lower on my master list, I guess you could say, for right now. But rest assured, I'm definitely going to do it. Definitely going to do it, and I'm looking forward to it. Gonna be really nice. Still gonna keep the Dally Electronics sound in it, of course. No, that's a must. And what I'm probably going to do, excuse me, is retire my original Crusader and probably just keep it, you know, for myself. Nickelman 15, thank you for joining the stream. I don't think I saw you earlier, but if I did, hello again. If not, thank you for joining. I do have the Emerald Knight. It's sitting in a box packed up. I should probably, well, I don't have much of a reason to, but should probably get it out at some point. Has someone ever built Casey Jones 382 out of Lego? That's one that I would eventually like to do. No plans to right now, or even it's not even on my list. But I definitely would like to. I've been to the Casey Jones Village in Jackson, Tennessee several times with my granddad, and that's always good memories. So I definitely would like to do that engine at some point. Someone has built it. A guy in NILTC actually came up to me and Kale while we were hanging out and showed it to me. It's a 6 wide build, but I certainly enjoyed it. So that was pretty cool to see. Ah, yes, now I put the track links on. Looks like there's 84 of them, 42 per side. In the recent video I died when you saw the... Oh, yeah. That's Strasbourg 01 here on YouTube. He built that. He's in the Strasbourg Model Railroad Club of New Jersey. I can't open this bag. He's in the Strasbourg Model Railroad Club of New Jersey. I recorded him in the video. He's a real cool guy. I love hanging out with him. He built that, and I definitely enjoyed checking that out in person for the first time at WGH. That was a lot of fun. Hanging out with both of those guys, Sam and John. That was really nice. Good couple of guys. Favorite model from my collection? Oh goodness. Probably my Crusader. Well, no, I take it back. Probably my 10-wheeler. Love my 10-wheeler. Always will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gonna kind of have to focus on this so I don't miscount. More questions. Do I collect model trains? No, not really. I have a few here and there of, just cars that I like, but I don't collect them. I wouldn't call myself a collector of model trains. Let's see. Have I ever thought about building the daylight? Yes, actually, I have. I started a daylight, an observation car, and a locomotive many years ago, but I never really got anywhere with either one of them. Well, I kind of got to a good point with the observation car, but it wasn't accurate. I was going off of a design somebody else had for a different observation car. Goodness, Southern 1102, the Hiawatha, and the Freedom Train. Yeah, Southern 1102 was the main inspiration for my 10-wheeler, although it isn't exactly that engine, but it was definitely the inspiration. And what more explanation do you need? Oh, Finder. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'll leave this. By the way, I will leave my live stream up on my channel. If you're joining late or you need to go, I will leave it all up so you can watch it and come back later and enjoy. I don't have my old Camelback. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I do. It's not fully together, but I have a lot of it. It's recognizable as my Camelback. I probably will refurbish that at some point and just keep it here in my own personal collection. Probably will do that at some point. I liked my Camelback. Oh, Painter Train Productions. Yeah, that's Sam I just mentioned. He's here with the same plug for Strasbourg for the Strasbourg Lego Group. That's fine. I'll allow it. Let's see. Hiawatha 462. Actually, there's been both by the same guy. No, different guys. Swoofty on Flickr built the he built the 464 Hiawatha, the Hudson, and Ben Koifman, or the Rods guy, he built the 442. That's much older. Yeah, brick train stuff. That's where I get my double XL wheels and my M.5 wheels. All the intermittent size wheels are really good. So let's see. It's not mold though, and it's printing. There's no mold involved. The only reason for that though is because there is no legitimate way to truly hone in on the precision with a printed model, at least in the Shapeways method of printing, or what you can get, those wheels printed in currently. Shapeways has many options, but I don't think, you know, they're limited as far as I can remember. Let's see, tile style. Oh, thank you for joining the chat. I don't know if I said hello. Thank you. Met Josh. I'm assuming you mean Josh Hanlon. No, I'm friends with him on Facebook, but I've never met him in person. We've been at the same shows before. It's just I never introduced myself, or vice versa. Seems like an awesome guy, though. I'm looking forward to formally meeting him at some point. Never thought about building a cab forward. Definitely not anywhere. Not been anywhere on my list ever. I think. Just the way different different choices in building, I guess. I've actually never used the Brickmania track links for myself. Obviously I've seen them before because, we include them with Brick Model Railroader's 53-foot Flatcar instructions. Speaking of, Kale just joined. No, Kale, it's not done yet. Yeah, I've never actually used the track links for a mock of a model that I've been working on. So this is kind of a new territory for me as well. But I have to say, they're really nice. The most tedious part about building this model probably is just assembling the 84 of these track links. There's a locomotive I wish that could be restored. Which one would I pick? Oh, goodness. Does that mean it has to be surviving and be restored, or like a new build? Is that fair game? It's a good question. Very good question. I think I have extra track links. Good question. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 42. All right, that's good. Survive or extinct. Oh, Roundhouse Warrior, welcome. What's up? Surviving or extinct locomotives. Oh, wow, that's a lot to choose from. I personally, and I'm, this is, a bit of an obvious answer. I would love to see a new streamlined Reading Crusader. I would love to see that. Can't go wrong there, really. All right, now, oh my goodness, this is gonna be rough. I've got to, oh my goodness, my tank keeps falling over. I've got to attach these track links. My goodness. It is indeed 42, though. That's nice and tight. Let's see. One of the G3s was preserved at Reading. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's interesting. That'd be really cool if it was true. I don't know about any other engines though. I'm honestly continually surprised at how much does survive, and I'm always very satisfied with it. And I also think about all of the awesome restoration projects that are going on right now, of which there are a lot. So At some points, I take what I can get, but you know, I can dream too. The biggest thing for me is, or one of the biggest things that I think about is we gotta be sure and thank our volunteers, our team members, staff, anybody that's involved with a steam locomotive at all. Be sure and it's always a good idea to make sure that you let them know that their work is appreciated, because that's where it's at. Part of a club that plans to restore a steam locomotive, but you haven't really gotten anywhere. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I'm sorry. Gotta stop talking and follow the instructions. Hey, from Connecticut. Nader's Mox is here. Can't wait for Big Boy 4014. Yeah, you and the rest of the entire railfan community. Everybody is waiting on that one, and everybody's like waiting on Ed Dickens and his team to, you know, roll it out of the shop. Let's see. Haven't tried bullet trains like the TGV or ICE or the Eurostar. Definitely not. Maybe back in the day, this is like 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago now. Back in the day, I did want to build the Amtrak Acela, just because I thought it was a really cool train set. Never did, obviously. Considered building SPNS or Great Northern. I have not. Never thought about any of that. Yeah, they do go through a lot. Built an Alco PA1. That's cool. EM1 should get a chance to survive the scrapyard. EM1. Oh, a B&O EM1. Yeah, that would be a cool engine. Big Boy is indeed overrated, Kale. Green Ninja's watching, and James Box. Thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoy. If you are just joining and have no idea what's going on, I'm working on building my Brickmania M4A1 Sherman tank, and later I'm going to build the USATC 40-foot flat car. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, S160. I'm going to build that. So there you go. Now you're all caught up to speed. Currently chipping away at the Sherman, and I am enjoying it so far. Especially for somebody who never has given much thought to building a tank. And I hope you're all enjoying the stream. Which version of the S160? I'm just going to build the American version with the USATC decals on it. Kale and I agreed that we would build different locomotives with our kits. He is going to do the Alaska Railroad version. Eventually, I would like to do an extra S160, but I don't know whenever I'll get around to that. Just because I've kind of grown to like the S160 after having had to design one. It's still a weird engine, but it's grown on me. But I think this is correct. Yes, it is. All right, cool. Next page. The guy who refused to open his key. I never, ow. Just cut myself on the staple in the book. That's annoying. I never refused to open these. I said I was going to wait, and I did wait, and now it's later, and now I'm opening them. That's very annoying. I literally trying to smooth the paper out, and I messed up my finger. Oh well, it's not that bad. I can continue. build a G1SA. I can send you the file for the model and I can design the Crusader streamlining around it. I appreciate the offer. I'd probably rather just do one of my own, but I appreciate the offer. I really do. How many road numbers are we doing for the T1? We have yet to announce that, and I'm going to leave it that way. The reason why more steam locomotives are being restored is either Norfolk Southern Steam Program, or it's just because, exactly, yeah. A lot of people put a lot of time and effort into restoration projects these days, and that should be applauded. You know, obviously, did I do something wrong? I think I did something wrong. Shoot. 1 second. Nope, just looked at this the wrong way. Wait. Or did I? Yes, I definitely did. All right, I fixed it. Sorry about that. I've seen a Union Pacific Big Boy in person in a museum in Denver, Colorado. I've seen the one in St. Louis. It's quite a locomotive, even though it is overrated. I joke, but really I don't. Yeah, there's no way I couldn't build these. It's just I wanted to leave them in the box for a little while and enjoy, saying, hey, I've got my Brickmania kit. But now it's, no longer the time for that. It's a custom kit. It literally exists to be enjoyed and used and played with, and that's what I'm gonna do. Can't wait to see the Alaska 557 finished. Yeah, that's another one that's going on. That's pretty exciting. There's so many good restoration efforts going on right now. It's fantastic, really. Okay. This. So I'm, just building tanks. Welcome back, Nick. Sorry about that. Answer a message real quick. Always keep my phone on me. Very important, just in case anything, happens. Usually nothing ever does, but you never know. I've not looked through the AFOL design sets. It's honestly, I don't know anything about the program, and I haven't cared enough to learn. Honestly, I've had a lot of other things going on recently, and there's no time to look at that. Not that I necessarily don't care, but it's not what I'm focused on right now. Seems cool though. If I had to pick one, what would it be? The Reading T1 Northerns or the Burlington Route Northerns? Probably the T1. Oh, Austin, thank you for joining. Yeah, GSMR 1702 would be cool, but you'd have to change a lot more than what's called out in the instructions to actually get that engine modeled properly. But it would be a nice one to see built using RS 160. Definitely agree there. Ah, tanks are weird. There we go. Seen the movie Murder on the Orient Express? Yes, I did see that movie. I saw it in theaters. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the. I've seen the original movie version of that story too. I haven't read the book. I need to because I like the story. But this 2017 version is different from the 1974, I believe it is, version. But not that that's a bad thing. I definitely enjoyed the new version. Um, got the Willys Jeep kit. Oh yeah, this guy you mean? I love this. I love that thing. It's a great kit. I love the M1919 on it too. I haven't had much brick arms, but I like that. Maybe 1218 won't run again alongside 611. Yeah, I would love to see that. Um, I am definitely a Norfolk and Western kind of person, so I would if the opportunity ever presents itself, I would love to see 1218 run again in person. That'd be fantastic. Tanks are weird going to Holland 2019. That's what's up. Continue on here. Bunch of 1x1 with one stud on them. And then this guy. I believe I'm building the turret now, I think. Yes, yes I am. Wonderful. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, what's next? A lot of small parts. They also included, I think this is the minifig saber, like the fencing saber. I believe that's what that is. That's featured in this kit as well, so that's interesting. About to have two ATSF 484s. Yeah, that's true. Also two Reading T1s. I think, obviously a vested interest in the T1, but I think both of those facts are incredible. The fact that we're going to have two of anything running like that is quite an achievement for sure, and very cool. I'm certainly looking forward to it. $2102, of course. Yeah, the actual Reading T1. They're both awesome. Yeah, well, it's the same engine, but it's interesting. There hasn't been as much. I think this is right. Hold on. Yes, this is correct. There hasn't been as much talk of the 2102 as like there has been with the 2100, but it's one of those things. Cotton Belt 819. Oh yeah, I would love to see that engine again too. I think that's one of my favorite Northerns that's still around. I think it's definitely a very good looking engine. I personally really like it. Here we go. Yes, I am building the turret. Then, I see how that works now. Dan Siskind is quite a smart fellow. He knows what he's doing. I like trains, indeed. You're in the right place. I think we're coming up on the end of the tank. We're getting there anyways. Yep, we're getting there. Have I made Santa Fe 3751? No, I haven't. Not really on my list. Kind of out of my locale, if I'm honest. All right, I think we're about done. And there we go. M4A1 Sherman. Printed tiles, rotating barrel, elevating main gun, coaxial machine, well, single axial machine gun in the front. This is nice. I like that. Fantastic. All right. I like that. Tank is complete. Building a real flat car. I'm building a digital Alco RSC. How interesting. Hope that goes well. And 819 and 576. Yeah, those are both fantastic engines. They just moved 576, I'm sure you know. Which is awesome, of course. Fold all the bags back and put them away. Go put the instructions back in, which double as the graphics on the clamshell package, which is cool. And boom, package, tank. I like this. Have a New York Central locomotive bent out of shape actually came on about. Oh no. Hopefully it's fixable. Get like 4 more and I could kill a tiger tank. Depends on what video game you play or movie you watch. I'm just kidding. There we go. Pure Marquette 1225. Nope, no plans for that either. All right, I'm gonna open. This is my first sealed Brickmania kit, so I don't need that yet. I take the plastic wrap off. I got number 37 of 50. I actually ordered mine a little on the later side. The flat cars, in fairness, they did last longer than the S160s did. Initially. They are working on another batch of flat cars as we speak. I'm not sure where they are at with that, but they're getting here. There we go. There's the plastic wrap gone. 3751 is going through a boiler inspection. That's great. Means they're making good progress with it. All right, so this is the Brickmania's boxes. I love these, by the way, as a someone who does the boxes for Brick Model Railroader, obviously. But I'm all about presentation in what I do. I hope that reflects well on the Brick Model Railroader products that I work on. But I love Brickmania's boxes. They're neat. They're sharp. Love them. So they have a nice sleeve. Oh wait, yes, they have. So it's basically a box and a sleeve over it. They also print on the box with like the Brickmania gear, stuff like that, which is awesome. So I love that. Give you a better look at it. So it's an original design by Dan Siskin, based on the work of Kelly Part of Brick Model Railroader. So 356 elements, skill level 3 out of 5, American nationality, Lego and Brick Model Railroader elements. Here's the back, pretty sharp. This bottom part, it's got a nice graphic, nice rendering, and it says kit features includes full color printed building instructions, smooth running custom wheel sets from Brick Model Railroader, US ATC sticker set, wheel chocks for BKM 6001 M4A1 Sherman tank sold separately. So basically, the tan pieces there will make sure that the tank doesn't go anywhere during transit. So they seal their boxes like this, so once you break that seal, it is non-returnable, which time to bite the bullet. Boom. And that's it. That's all I needed my X-Acto knife for. Here we go. Slide that off. I mean, look at this. How awesome is that? That's very nice quality and presentation. Absolutely wonderful, in my opinion. I just got to figure out where the opening in it. Oh, it's right here. Found an old video of filming the train wrecks, running freight train on the CNJ and 105 called by. Wow, that's incredible. This is just cool. I've literally never had a Brickmania box kit. So look, printed on there. Open this. Winners aren't born, they're built. Thank you for supporting Brickmania, Dan Siskin, Commander-in-Chief, and his signature. That's fantastic. I love that. That's a nice box. It's the little things in life, you know? It's just the way it is. Hey, look, I've seen that before. Have you seen that before? If not, you should check out brickmodelrailroader.com. This is cool, though. Instruction book. Sticker guide on the back. I can't get over the box. I'm sorry. It's just too nice. Just looks too cool. Let's set that over here. It's wonderful. I love it. All right, step one. Save the sticker sheet for later. This will be interesting. I've built a flat car before, but I haven't I haven't built a 40-foot flat car. And you know, even though this is, you know, technically it's a shortened version of the Brick Model Railroader flat car, it's still going to be pretty interesting. Of course, it's a nice plug. It's my channel. I can plug whatever I want to. You know, it's not like I'm half of the Brick Model Railroader model team or anything. What gives you that idea? I believe this is correct. It's a 2x10. Yes. It's nice to be on the consuming end, if you will, rather than the designing end for once. This is kind of a nice change in normalcy for me. I guess normalcy is the word. I don't know. Nice change. Plug for what? Brickmodelrailroader.com. The best Lego train website there is, according to me. Check them out. You know, some really cool guys run that website. And Kale, of course. Kale's better at a lot of things than I am. I am less than proficient at. Kale's also been absolutely destroying our premium instructions game currently, or recently, I guess. He's been chipping away at our next two releases, which are the bulkhead flat car, which I've got sitting right here, and the goodness, can't think of the name. The Pacific Car and Foundry 50-foot insulated box car. Both of those are coming out at the exact same time. We haven't finalized the date for that yet, but they'll be available in the first half of February. So that'll be available on our website. It's premium instructions, by the way, not a full kit like this. Let's see. At least Brickmania knows how to package a Lego set. Brickmania gets all the presentation points they can get from me. I love it. I'm all about it. It's one of those kind of weird things that you don't really think about. Like I've never before Brick Model Railroader and like starting to do like the box designs and a lot of the stuff like that. Before that, I've never given any thought. Well, I've never given a lot of thought, I should say. I've given some thought, but not a lot. I've not given as much thought to like presentations and stuff like that. But doing like the premium instruction box art and all of the stuff like that, it's one of the things that I found like there are so many details to think about with in doing something like that. It's really staggering, honestly. And like there's presentation is just like one of those. It's kind of not everybody is gonna react the same way to something you know, to an identical product or a specific product, I guess would make more sense. But it's one of those things that you think about. It's like you want to have it be, presentable. You want to have it look nice. You know, uh, the way that your package looks, in essence, conveys a message about what you're selling and about who you are and you know all that kind of stuff. Which could bore you to death with the details, but it's a lot of really neat stuff to think about, honestly, and it's something that I've really enjoyed growing accustomed to and learning about, and everything like that. It's been a lot of fun. I think I'm losing my mind again. I can't find the parts that are sitting right in front of me. It's because I'm not looking. I'm not looking for the right parts. There's a good reason for why I'm losing my mind. Uh, Brickmania packaging is second to none, at least until BMR releases the T1. I've got a good idea for how I'd like to package the T1. EO the Trainmaster, thank you for joining the chat. Thinking of building a J class, far from an expert. With the new T1 definitely would be a good basis for that. Definitely would comfortably say that. If I was in your position, it's something that I would do. There's some details. Uh, there's some details that you'd have to mess around with and change, but it's definitely a good jumping off point. Brickmania doesn't have an age recommendation. Apparently not, which is a good thing. You know, this is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to having another Flatcar as well. That'll be nice. I hope you guys are all enjoying the stream. I hope it's not just boring you all to death. Sorry, 1 second, everybody. Oh, I've got to, darn it. Sorry about this. Anyways, where were we? Can officially say now that I have built a train car that uses lime green in it. Which is interesting. I'm sorry, I've just done that wrong. I'm sorry. Got to start paying attention again. The rest, thanks to you and the rest of BMR team for making such an incredible and realistic kits. Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for the compliment. You can thank me and you can thank Kale. That's pretty much it right now, as far as our model team goes. Someday that probably will change. I kind of hope it does for various reasons, but that's all it is right now. So you can thank me and you can thank Kale, and I say you're welcome and thank you for the compliment. BMR Pacific Fruit Express cars would be cool. Sure would be. I'd love to have one of those. Okay, flip the model over now. There we go. Make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, I did. Missed a part here. Kale says BMR Pacific Fruit Express cars will be cool. Take that how you will. Wink. Oh my word. I hope you guys are all having a great Friday evening, by the way. And again, thank you for joining my stream. I realize that you could be doing a lot of other things right now rather than listen to me sit here and rustle through Lego parts and build a flat car that I didn't design. But I appreciate your support. It does mean a lot. By the way, that reminds me. Did any of you watch my World's Greatest Hobby vlog that I posted? I guess last week. I don't remember exactly when I posted that. Maybe last Friday. I don't remember. If you did watch it, thank you. If you didn't, you should go check it out. It's on my channel. That was a lot of fun. It's a great train show. Really enjoyed that. Owen. WILL. Yeah, so, wink again. Be right back. Take your time. Cheap plug. Why cheap? It's my channel. Let's see. All right. Yep. Moving on. Boom. Copyright Brickmania 2018, or copyright 2018 Brickmania LLC. Unauthorized duplication or redistribution prohibited. Indeed. Don't steal from other people. Why could you use 9-volt motors instead of the power functions and motors in the steam locomotives besides a flat car? Not for this engine. The tender isn't designed for it, and I don't use 9-volt anymore. Other people do. I mean, you could if you really wanted to make that effort. I definitely am not the kind of person to do that. Um, if you want to do it, that's up to you. But I personally think that the S160 makes a lot more sense to be driven through the locomotive rather than the tender, especially a 9-volt motor. And I know for a fact that the powertrain in this is extremely robust because Kale and I ran our S160, like the BMR prototype, which is pretty much identical to this. In all the key areas, it's identical. We ran that engine for probably 15 hours over the weekend of World's Greatest Hobby, and we had precisely 0 issues. So that's definitely a victory. The S160 did not come with lights. They are available separately from Brick Stuff. I ordered a light kit, and actually it will ship on Monday. They had to confirm my address, but I did order one, and it's on it. It will be, I should say, it will be on its way. There we go. BMR goals is to build all the trains eventually. Exactly. That's what we want to do. It's exactly what our goals are. Welcome back, Reading G3. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to go ahead and put the stickers on now while I'm doing it. Yep. There we go. Going to save myself the trouble of having to go back and do it at the end. Should probably take the instructions off of sitting on all the parts. Probably a good idea. Let's see, there's 4 1x1 plates. Line them up properly. Let's see. Next, the wedge, the angle plates. wedge plates, I guess. Direction is important. 1x1 tile. There we go. That's that. Now time to put stickers on. Sticker set in this is pretty simple, but I really like it. That's one. Brickmania does do some fantastic stickers. Greetings from Chicago. Oh, hey, Matt. Hey. Haven't quite frozen to death yet. Yeah, it's same way here, man. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you enjoy. Good to hear from you. There we go. All right. Easier to put the stickers on as I'm building it. There we go. I see. Almost missed that step. Where's the snow? Snow's outside right now, not in here. What do I think of Jang Bricks? I honestly, I know of him. I've never really watched any of his videos. You know, he's apparently a very successful Lego YouTuber, so I have to congratulate him on that. You know, he's made it work, obviously, so that's great. More power to him. But I don't really have an opinion on him. I don't mean that in a negative way, of course. It's just I haven't watched any of his content, so it's not my place to say anything about it. Sub-zero temperatures tonight. Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised. I wouldn't. I don't think it's quite sub-zero here, but it's definitely cold. And I believe it where you're at, though. Have I looked at the Lionel 2019 catalog? I did actually take a glance at it. I did. I'm gonna remove that tile for a moment and then put it back on in a second. Yeah, I did actually look at it. I'm not an O-scale model or not a Lionel person. Well, I enjoy Lionel as much as the next guy. I'm not a hardcore Lionel fan or anything like that, but there was some cool stuff in there, I think, from what I can remember. I didn't really look through it for very long. Eric F, thanks for joining. Warmer in Alaska. Snow shoveled and you're building train stuff. Well, that's the way to be, isn't it? Interesting. That could probably be changed, but I'm not going to do that because one of my goals for building this X160 and the Flatcar and the Sherman is to just build the kits and not do any modifications to them. Which is, I can always build more flat cars and make all the modifications that I want to. Nothing stopping me from doing that. I do want one S160 and one flat car and one tank built to the instructions. And that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Thing I like about flat cars is They're fairly symmetrical, so I can predict what steps are going to come next. Welcome back. Found photos of 117 and 118. Oh yeah, I've seen those too. I've got obviously I've got a couple books. I've got a couple books on the Redding, and I've seen photos, of course. But yeah, it's kind of weird to look at, especially having looked at both of those engines with their streamlining on for so long. Kind of weird to see them without it. Retained the bigger tenders and the air compressor just below the smoke box. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen those specific photos, but that sounds pretty cool. Sorry, I'm looking for another piece. It's right in front of me, but I don't know where it is. I cannot see it. Maybe I put an extra one in somewhere else. Definitely a possibility. Held for review. Oh, you're linking that. Okay. Yes, allow that. So yeah, I have links set to automatically be hidden in my chat, but that's not a big deal. So there you go. I can't find where it's a 1x1 round. It's a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray, and I can't find it. It's not. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's sitting in front of me. Would I consider building the Santa Fe Super Chief? Maybe in a long time from now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Just I just can't find what I'm looking for, which is really strange. If it is missing, or maybe it's just elsewhere, just accidentally put it somewhere or something, or it got moved or what have you. Um, it's an extremely rare case for. Uh, it's definitely my fault. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find one, just in case I don't end up finding it. I'm sure it's got to be here. It's here somewhere. It's just I'm not looking in the right places. I'll be right back. There we go. Yeah, probably did fall off the table, and it just fell out of my hand. That's ironic. Um, there we go. I had some extra parts sitting underneath my table, so just grabbed one out of there. Painted my build table white. Oh yeah, that's probably what I ought to do. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I definitely think building my table white or painting my table white would be a good idea. But or maybe I should have just bought the white folding table instead of the black one. Oh well. All right, sticker time. Yeah, I lose parts a lot sometimes. I'm sure, like
after I finish streaming tonight, I'm just gonna find it and just be like, well, there it is. I love these stickers, by the way. They look great.
Might attempt a GWR 43XX. Oh, that would be cool. I've always loved Great Western locomotives. You know, whenever I feel like deviating into British stuff, I love the way Great Western locomotives look. Finish some custom tables for your Lego room. That's fantastic. White melamine looks great, way nicer than plywood. Yeah, I don't necessarily know what that is, but I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna guess it's like a plasticky sort of uh sort of thing. All right, getting near the end of, well, the body anyways. I know what the trucks are gonna entail. I could build those in my sleep almost. Built a lot of trucks. Basically coated particle board. Got it. Keep that in mind. Built a lot of trucks in my day, so that process probably won't take super long. Let's see. You ever lose a piece and get so angry? Can't say that I've gotten that angry, but do I like European locomotives or just American? I like a lot of locomotives, European included. Um, I have I have wanted to build a handful of British locomotives for some time. I've also considered doing a French locomotive and German and Swiss. That would I yeah, still would like to do all of those kinds of locomotives someday. It's just, gotta find the time. Yep, here's the truck assembly. Awesome. I know how to do these. As long as I, don't throw the parts and, add myself. Brick model railroader ball bearing equipped wheel sets. Boston and Maine decals for the Northeastern caboose. Maybe. I don't know if the Boston and Maine used the Northeastern. Definite possibility though. My voice is going for some reason. All of a sudden my nose feels uh weird, but oh well. Show must go on. I'll be fine, really. Let them out of the Flying Scotsman. Yes, definitely love both of those. Absolutely. I've said before, I believe, I have a huge amount of respect for the for both of those engines. Well, Sir Nigel Gresley did knew what he was doing for sure when he was designing those locomotives. See you later, Owen. There's definitely an order that I'm building the trucks that I'm not used to. I usually build everything and then put the frames and journal boxes on. Doesn't matter. What do you guys think so far, Ian? Hopefully you're enjoying it. This has been pretty awesome for me so far. Steam Bricks is here first. Steam Bricks is here. City of Truro did it first. Next step. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna be smarter about this and build both trucks at the exact same time.
have to catch myself every time I build a car and just say like, look, I could do this. I could do this the smart way, or I could choose not to do that. And I want to do it the smart way, of course. Bachman has a model of the Boston Main Northeastern. Then yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look. Couldn't hurt to add an extra decal to our Northeastern caboose lineup. Kale is working on the Pacific Car and Foundry boxcar instructions right now, and he just texted me, "Stop distracting me." You don't have to watch my stream, Kale. Kale, by the way, right now is probably sitting in a hotel room in Massachusetts. He's going to the Springfield annual Springfield Amherst Model Railway Society show. Forget the official title, but that show, it's a large show in Springfield, Massachusetts. That's where he is right now. Nader's Mox is also there. I am not, obviously. I would love to be, but I couldn't take off. I didn't want to take off of work today. As much as I would have liked to go and would have surely enjoyed it, got to go to work. One of those things. Well, I enjoy working. I've been blessed with an awesome job. Have I seen Smith's Movies channel? Yeah, I have. I've talked with him before. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. He's a cool guy. He does some good work. I did just find the 1x1. I just found it. I have a track right here, and it was right next to the track, so I thought it was a tie. It's right here. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's funny. NYONW decals. If they used any of those cars, we can certainly consider it. Mm-mm. Eric is going to the Amherst show. It's a good show, apparently. If you don't know what to expect, apparently it is an extremely good show. And yes, it is acres of trains. I think Kale can confirm that. Told you it was in front of you the whole time. You were right. I just couldn't see it. Believe me, if you saw where this thing was, you wouldn't either. It's pressed right up against my track sitting in front of me, so there was no way. Train show, who wants to go to that? We all do. Of course. Putting the wheels on now. Wonderful. Slide those puppies out of there. Yeah, look at this. It's the good stuff with the bearings. Wonderful. I love these wheel sets. I love using them. They're fantastic. Not paid to say that, but I love them. They just work. They work and they work well. There we go. That's awesome. Can't go wrong. Flex tube does come pre-cut. USR NYNW did have USRA offers. There you go. When you spend half an hour looking for that one piece, you always find it. Exactly, yeah. It's exactly what just happened. Yes, I definitely am still planning on heading out to Nebraska Brick Days. Got to request the time off from work for that, but definitely planning on going to that. Barring anything weird, I definitely will be there. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a fantastic time. I believe NILTC is still going to be there, aren't they? Hope you guys are. Cantini Park was a lot of fun. Awesome. Whenever you use these bearings, make sure to spin them a couple times to make sure that they're working properly. Well, aligned properly, I should say. They're going to work well. I hope you can make it then, Matt. Look forward to hanging out with you again. There we go. Ah, yes, time to insert flex tube into a minifig hand. Wonderful. Will I be heading out to Ogden? I don't know. I don't know when that's going to be. I'd like to, but I don't know when that's going to be. If it's around NMRA, I will definitely try to make it out there. We won't have a car. Well, we'll probably have to rent a car or figure something out, but I'd like to go. May 10th, I believe, and that's a definite no, unfortunately. As much as awesome as that would be, I just don't think it's gonna happen. Unfortunately. Magnets, the most expensive part of this kit. Oh, wait, there we go. Then that guy. Let's see. There's the minifig hand. There's the 3-stud long lightsaber bar. There we go. That's the hard part done. Second magnet. Boom, second coupler on the truck. Fantastic. Now the turntables and plate or tiles rather. Make sure it spins well. There we go. Busted a pre-2009 magnet bracket after having stock roll off the table. Yeah, that happens. Actually, funny story. Anthony Sava, when I met him at Brickworld 2015, I think that's when it was. He showed me a like one of these magnets here. Apparently, what had happened is he I think he was doing something with his. I think it was his CNO Allegheny. Doing something with that engine. Where it actually took a nosedive onto the floor, landed on the coupler, and there was one of the neodymium magnets in it, and it landed on the coupler and shoved the magnet into the housing for the other magnet. And he keeps it around. He showed it to me. It was really something really funny to look at. Still usable. Would you ever release a big boy in a Brickmania set? That's not up to me. It's up to Brickmania if they want to, have us build one of those. That would be insane. That would be a ridiculous kit. Maybe that's what it'll finally take to get me to build a big boy. There's one truck taken care of. BMR car in Penn Central green ever even be possible? Technically, it is possible. Um, Maybe not accurate for the cars that we've built so far, but you can technically build a jade green car. You kind of have to be creative with some of the parts that are available, but it can be done. Kale's done it several years ago. Probably even more possible now with all the nice new teal parts we have been blessed with. There, that truck's on. If I can just get the studs right. There we go. That truck's on. Boom. Almost done. Just got to put the deck on, which is just a bunch of plates and tiles, really. There we go. Let's see. Have to ask Scott how the knuckle couplers are coming along when I see him tomorrow. He's selling me some track. Oh, awesome. And congratulations on your track. I haven't gotten anything from Scott recently. I probably should, just to say hi to him. Can't hurt. Just waiting on those switches. Cannot wait for those switches. I wish I had more money because I'd just send it to him. It's like, hey, those switches? Yeah, go ahead and start making them. I wish. Saw someone's rendering for a Lego compatible coupler. Yeah, that's the coupler that Matt's talking about. See the movie Hugo? I did see that movie. I've seen that several years ago, but I did see it. That was a pretty cool sequence. Fun to watch. Ever thought about building a Pennsylvania K4? Yes, I did build one, the streamlined version. Someone should build a UP844. Nate Flood, he did one. Did a very good one. Where's the Crusader? It's in a box in my hallway back there. 52 1x4 tiles in reddish brown. This might take a minute. Should be a done deal, I think. Just a matter of tweaking the molding tool now. Well, that's great to hear because I need to know where to send a check. What locomotives have I built? That process takes a while. Yeah, I understand that. Understandable, but I'm willing to wait. Scott knows what he's doing with this, and I trust him. What locomotives have I built and run? I built well, if you want the entire history, that might take me a minute to think about, but my 10-wheeler, obviously, is the evolution of several other models that I've done that kind of basically started out as a locomotive on top of a 9-volt train motor and continued on from there into what you have seen before. So I'll technically call that one locomotive because it's evolutionary. I've got several Lego kits. I'm not going to name them off. I've got did a Camelback locomotive. I did a Penske H10. I did a generic consolidation. I did a, let's see, I've done a 440, Western style 440, which was heavily influenced from the Toy Story train back several years ago. Um, Goodness, trying to think of all of them. So many. Penske H10, I mentioned that one. Done a big boy technically. I don't talk about that one. It's, turned out not being a very good engine, but anyways, almost there. Almost finished with the live stream too, guys. The goal for tonight was to build both the tank and the flat car. We're coming up on towards the end of the flat car now. Won't be too much longer, so starting to wind down here. Time to do all the ladders. Crusader or Streamline K4. Yeah, done both of those. I think most builders do an awful big boy at some point. that's a solid possibility. Haven't really thought about it that way, but I guess it's at least a possibility. How many Lego Train mocks do I have? I have several. I'm borrowing a couple right now. Even still, I pocketed one of Kale's hoppers, and I borrowed his Railway Express reefer for fun. I'm gonna eventually be making my own of both of those, and I wanted to get some inspiration. He was kind enough to let me borrow them. Crusader or Streamline K4, which do I prefer? For a long time, the Streamline K4 was my favorite locomotive ever. No longer the case, and I would also say that the Crusader is my favorite Streamline locomotive. Love the way that engine looks. Call at some point talking about setting up a layout at home again. I do have a plan for that. Oh, I have a plan. I don't necessarily have a bona fide track plan yet, but I've been doing some thinking about that. Nothing obviously has manifested itself yet, but it's going to happen. It's going to take a long time, but it's going to happen. I'm excited about it. I know exactly what I'm going to end up modeling. I'm going to keep that in the shadows for now, but it is going to happen. Definitely going to happen. I cannot wait. All right, we're winding down, everybody. Nearly there. Few more bricks and close the book. We're done with the extra piece that I found. There's the flat car, the wonderful car. I love it. The dark gray looks really good with the reddish brown deck. Obviously the chocks are in place to hold the Sherman on there, so there you go. Very smooth, obviously, and there's the Sherman. So I really like this. I have obviously very good reason to, but this is cool. Um, I'm glad to have another car in my collection. It's a very nice looking car. Obviously it's heavily influenced from one of Kale's designs, but it's shorter and it's visually different, so that makes a difference. Um, the tank on it is fantastic. It's my first Brickmania tank. I really like it. I would like to get another one, probably a 135 scale one, just so I can enjoy building one of those too. But I really like the way that this turned out. Hopefully that I really hope that Brickmania does more tanks in this scale, because I would really enjoy having those. Um, for something visually different and something cool to look at on my trains and stuff like that. The flat car obviously is really cool. Dan also, when he uh, put it through LPub, he kept the 7 stud wide ends on it, so that looks really nice. It adds a lot visually. Obviously got the brake wheel on the end. The detail underneath is all there. Awesome. This turned out really well. I'm a big fan of what I'm looking at right now. This is really cool, and I'm really excited to have this car in my collection as well as the tank. It's fantastic. So that that takes care of tonight's live stream. It actually went an hour, about an hour and 42 minutes. Not too bad. Um, I really enjoyed that, and I just got to build the locomotive. Yeah. It's not going to be a pain. I'm going to enjoy it. I've got my S160 locomotive sitting here. I am going to build this tomorrow. I didn't want to live stream but all of this in one shot. So I'm going to be building this thing tomorrow, cracking it open and enjoying everything in that. So my channel, Glenn Holland Streamlined Bricks, same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So basically about 22 hours from now, there's a live event set up on my channel already. So all you'll have to do is just you know keep that in the back of your head, and I will be building my S160. It's definitely going to take me a lot longer to do that. It's 1,201 parts, 1,201 part. Uh, but it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Um, I'll get another steam locomotive in my collection, so that's never a bad thing. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Um, I certainly did. I hope you did too. Um, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more. Remember this is going on tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll quit talking now, let you guys get on with your evenings, and thank you very much for tuning in. I'll talk to you all later. By the way, last thought, I will leave this up on my channel if you joined late and would like to watch the rest. That's all for now. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. If not, take care. Had fun on the stream, and I hope you did too. Thanks for watching. And stop broadcast.